So 2 years on, the Blockbuster event has finally returned. I think it's kind of an impromptu return just because of what's going on right now. And Carbide is one of the few heroes, and I think one of the couple. There's a few weapons as well that have returned with it as well. But obviously, we're doing Carbide today. So, what is his perk? He has Zip and Zap Plus. Lefty and righty applies Affliction, which deals 26 base energy damage per second for 3 seconds. Lefty and righty also uses Space Pistols, which fire piercing, bouncing lasers. Now, we did this about 2 years ago. You basically it can't be 2 years ago. Must be 2 years ago. Doesn't feel that long ago. Anyway, rambling. You shoot it and the lasers just bounce and bounce and bounce, and it's quite nice to look at. So this is the build we've gone with. We have obviously Carbide as our commander. Happy Holidays, which reduces our ability cooldowns by 40%. This takes our 100-second cooldown off of lefty righty and makes it 60 seconds. I've got a bit of a cold. I don't know if you can tell, by the way. We have Absolutely Stunning as well, quite a new hero. So lefty and righty shots have a 37.5% chance to stun the target for 2 seconds. Bang and Pow increases the lefty-righty damage by 25%. Where's lefty? So this is when we don't have lefty and righty active. So when it's on its cooldown, its 60-second cooldown, every pistol or SMG elimination decreases the cooldown of lefty and righty by a second, which is quite good because we want to be spamming lefty and righty as much as possible. Make it count just to increase pistol and SMG crit damage. So once we finish with lefty and righty, we need to whip out an SMG or a pistol and get as many eliminations as possible to get lefty and righty back. And then, as I always have, Survivalist just to help keep us alive. We also have Stationary Hover Turret and Adrenaline Rush to protect us and also keep us alive. So we're going to take Carbide into a mission and just see how good he is. So we've entered our Twine Peaks mission. I'm not too sure what power level this was. I just kind of clicked a load of things because they kept saying no matches available. But this is basically what it is. A lot of damage, but look at them. They just bounce all over the place. I completely forgot. Lefty Righty also got a buff a few months ago where you can just hold down as well. You can hold down fire. Look at that. The absolute damage is insane. Now we have a 60-second cooldown. It lasts around, I don't know, is it like 13, 14, 15 seconds-ish? Every elimination, though, because of our double agent Evelyn, is going to decrease that cooldown by a second, which is good. I'm lagging a little bit. I'm just trying to see the actual thing go down. There we go. Went from 19 to 17 there. 13 seconds left, but that's going to be significantly less because we'll get a few eliminations then. There we go. 4 eliminations. That takes 4 seconds off. 2 seconds left. What I do like to do, what I'm going to do here actually, this. We're going to try and make some sort of tunnel. A very, very basic one. Just 2 walls pretty much. I'm going to shoot down it like this. Okay, that was too basic. We should have put a roof. But it's really good. I don't believe this sets off exploders either, which is quite strong. You don't really ever want something to set off exploders. I don't think it does. Recalling the previous one, I think it was about 2 years ago. Might be just a year, but it didn't set off exploders then. There's no reason for it that it should do it now. So let's just say you've got pretty much a good tunnel here. Oh, what have I done here? No, okay, we got some husks. That's good. Well, a husk. So you've got your little, like, makeshift tunnel. Okay, I need to get my cooldown back, so let's just tag a few enemies. Like that. Get it back in a second. There we go. Get some husks in here. Little makeshift tunnel. There's traps going off, but husks are still getting through. Just fire down it. That's all you got to do. I wouldn't say fire directly at the husks unless there's another wall for them to bounce off. Fire like this, because those are going to bounce. I think it's 6 times they can bounce up to, which is so strong, and it pierces, so it goes through the enemies as well. That's more damage. It's so strong in terms of helping protect your trap tunnel, which is what you kind of want to do. It's nice having abilities and weapons that don't set off propane tanks in tunnels. Honestly, I don't know. They change propane tanks about 90 times. I've kind of lost track on if they do detonate when you shoot them now. Again, he's also got Shockwave, which did absolutely nothing for some reason. And he's got grenades as well, which didn't really do that much either. But you really want to build this guy for lefty and righty. One trick, but that one trick is so strong. It's what, 15 seconds of ultimate power, and then 60-second cooldown, depending on it could be 100 seconds, it could be less if you also have Evelyn as well. Again, Let's try and get a wall on either side this time. Try and get a few husks in. It's going to be... Oh, I thought there was an encampment there. Try and get the husks in from the side if they can come. Because I want them to come here. I'm going to shoot like this. And they'll bounce back as well. I'm kind of missing a few. I want to get these... There you go. Some are bouncing through. The damage is so strong, though. You don't have to use it for eliminating enemies either. You can just use it to destroy buildings. But why would you build out a good lefty and righty build just to destroy buildings? I'm going to actually try and see how quickly we can destroy a full building while holding down full auto. So I'm going to eliminate these and we'll get to that. Okay, so I did the little bit of the quest because I might as well redo the whole quest. I'm going to see how quickly we can actually destroy a house. So why not? It's like, that is mad. Look at that. You can just obliterate a house and still have time to eliminate even more enemies. Look at that. And did you see that? All the enemies that were getting attacked over there as well? Because it bounces a lot. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of enemies coming. Because it bounces so much. Oh, there's life leech attacks. Bounces so much, we hit loads of enemies over there. No, someone's coming to steal my limbs. No, mine. Oh, they're here to leech my kills. There's not too much more you can really show with this because it's only, what, a 15-second ability, but he's so cool. I do like him. I never really properly use him though, but he is good. They bounce everywhere, look. Just do this, you don't have to aim properly because you're guaranteed hits regardless. Look, even some over, just do this. They'll hit things. Watch. Hit some over there. I've kind of destroyed this house. I'm sorry whoever lived there, but I don't really think anyone lives in this. What is it? There's only 3% of the population alive in Save the World canon. What has happened to the storm? It seems to... I don't know, it went dark then bright for a second. Yeah, what's happening? I don't know, just another glitch. I've also noticed about a minute ago that the HUD has changed a little bit. If you can see in the bottom left, our abilities... yeah, they've moved next to your health rather than from the right. I quite like that. I wouldn't say it's less cluttered, but it's more organised, if you know what I mean. And there's no more enemies. We've got 6 seconds left. I think we'll do one more lefty and righty, but you kind of get the gist of it now. I never find sploders in missions anymore. Never. But thinking on Storm Shield defences as well. Loads of enemies are coming. This is going to be so clutch on Storm Shield defences or anything high power where you've got your tunnels. You just fire down them, doesn't set off sploders, bounces all over the place, can hit enemies multiple times, doing a ton of damage. It's also got Affliction on there as well, which is pretty much even more free damage, which is what you would like. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this guy. Okay, I said that was pretty much it, but we still have one more lefty and righty in it. So let's try, I don't know, I just kind of want to spin round and see what I can get. Like this. Oh, there's loads of enemies. I don't think we'll survive this. No, we're not going to survive that. Okay, that was a really bad play. So here's a tip. If you're going to use this, don't jump into the storm with beehive thingies and spin around because I don't think that's going to work very well. One last little bit. This is like the 5th zone I've gone in now to actually find a smasher. Well, at least we found one. Oh, I've just noticed hoverboards have a skin now. That's cool. So what we're going to do, we're going to box the smasher in, we're going to put slow field down, and I need to eliminate these enemies. And we're just going to see if we can actually eliminate the whole smasher by using our ability only. Just going to try and get rid of you guys. Alright, get some metal out. Come on, smasher. Oh, you know what, we'll just do it here. Slowing field. We'll box them in, like so, and... Oh gosh. Can't do it. Why can't I do it? There we go. You eliminate him pretty quickly. That was pretty fast because one shot isn't just one shot. One shot is around, what? Is around 4, 5, 6 shots. I can't really make out how many shots that is, so... If you can manage to make it pierce and hit the same enemy multiple times, it's not doing, what does it say, 26 base damage is what, whatever that is times 4. What's that, 104? Oh, I hope I got that right very quickly, otherwise that's going to be embarrassing. But that is strong. That is very strong, especially down a tunnel. And it's, if you can use this in a storm shield, go ahead. You're not going to set off any sploders because it doesn't touch propane tanks. Anyway, that was Carbide. I do really enjoy this guy. I do think he's very, very useful for if you're doing trap tunnels, just because you'll be able to bounce those bullets or zap things, I don't know what they're called, off the walls multiple times, piercing multiple enemies, even dealing the damage to the same enemy multiple times if it's tight enough, or you can actually make it bounce back onto it. So he's very strong in that. Only 15 seconds though, lefty and righty. I think maybe 13 or 14, but Happy Holidays massively helps this guy because it takes 40 seconds off that cooldown, which is very strong. I do quite like him. Very, very niche is that the right word to use? I'm not too sure, but I do quite like him. He's in the event. I'm not sure how many quests you have to do to unlock him, but yeah, go get him. He's fun. I'm going to leave this here. Let me know what you guys thought of Carbide, and as always, thank you for watching.